Hello, good afternoon. What are you doing today? Are you ready for the class? Hello, Kenneth. How are you? Mr. Mario, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hello. Are you ready, Kenneth, for the class?
Yeah, yes.
Nice. Hello, Mr. Mario.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon. So, guys, we're going to start with the class. I guess your classmates are going to come later. So, today we're going to start with a new topic, reporter speech. I don't know if you have ever studied that before, Kenneth. Reporter speech. Do you know something about it?
No.
No. There you have this reporter speech, right? Can you help me reading this, please, Kenneth?
On what part? We often.
Yes.
Okay. We often need to tell others what someone else said. There are two ways to do this. One is to say the same words and use.
Mm-hmm.
The other method is to summarize or tell about what someone said.
Okay, thank you. So that is the report speech. We often need to tell others what someone else said, right? Like in Spanish, like Kenneth said that, right? So in this case, we're going to use the report speech, right? The other method is to summarize or tell about what someone said, right? So you can say, "Oh, Mr. Mario told me," or Kenneth said this and that, right? So in that case, we're going to use the reporter speech, right? Also, it says we often need to tell others what someone else said. There are two ways to do this. One is to say the same words and use quotation marks. The other method is to summarize or tell about what someone said. There you have an example. First of all, you're going to have the subject, right? She in this case. The reporter verb said. That would be past, right? Said. The conjunction that and the reporter's speech clause. In this case, she wanted a cookie. You can say, I want a cookie. And if you want to report that, you can say, she said that she wanted a cookie, right? In that way, you are reporting that action. Also, rules for the reporting speech. The first one, to choose a reporting verb and when did the speech happen? With current, repeated, or recent events, the reporting verb is in the present tense. He says he's hungry, so let's go to lunch. So that is an affirmative one and also in the present tense. Habitual repeated statement is in the present tense. You can say everyone says the water is safe to drink. So you're reporting that in using the present tense in that case. Later we're going to study the changes that we need to do according to the structure or the tense that we have in the reporter speech, in the active speech and also in the reporter one. Okay, but later, let's wait. For reporting, less immediate speech, choose the past tense. The reporting verb is often said. That's in past, right? So he said this, right? Or We said that. So in that case, we're going to use the reporting verb in past tense. Second, to change the perspective or point of view. That means I become he, she, or they. We're going to change also the subject or the pronoun in this case when you report something. For example, Mary said, I ate the pie. She said that she ate the pie. So if you notice in the first sentence, there you have the active voice. Mary said, I ate the pie. That would be like, we can say the sentence using the pronoun I, but when you report that action or the same sentence, you're going to change that I and you're going to use instead of that she or maybe he or they, depends, right? So in this case, Mary said, I ate the pie. So in the reported one, she said that she ate the pie. So there you change also the pronoun in that case. So, or the point of view. 3. To choose whether to include that or if. He says he is at home, or he says that he is at home. He asked me if I knew how to play tennis. So, sometimes you can admit that when you are reporting, right? But when you have a question, we're going to study that later also, you need to use if when you are reporting that question. So he asked me if I knew how to play tennis, right? But later we're going to study some examples about that. But he says he's at home, right? That would be one. Or if you want to add that in that case, you can say, he says that he is at home, right? You can use both in that case. But when you have a question and you're reporting that question, you're going to use if, right? To backshift the tense. When the reporting verb is in the past tense, the verb in the reported clause is in the past tense too. You're not going to change that, right? If you have past tense in the sentence, you're going to use the past tense in the report clause. For example, in that case, you have this. I am buying my ticket. What do you have there? That will be simple present in that case, right? But that is not simple present. That is present continuous, right? So I am buying my ticket. So if you want to change it, you need to say he or maybe she. He was or he said he was buying his ticket, right? You notice here you change that. I guess here that is not the past tense. That will be the simple present tense. You're going to change into the past tense, right? So you are going to black shift the tense in that case. So I am buying my ticket, present continuous. He said he was buying his ticket. That would be past continuous in that case, right? Reporting on questions. When we report questions, we have to pay attention to the auxiliary verb. These are words like do, be, and have. You know that, right? That when you have a question, you need to use auxiliaries. If you have do, does, that will be simple present, and also the verb to be, you can use it as an auxiliary. And when you have also the present continuous or the past continuous. You can use the verb to be as an auxiliary and also have, you know that. For example, do you like pigs? That's a question. Do you like pizza? I can ask you, do you like pizza? And if I want to report that question, I should say, he asked me if I like pigs. In this case, look, you're going to change the auxiliary do. In this case, you're going to write if, right? So he asked, and also write ask because that is a question. He asked me if I like pizza. And also, if you notice in that reporting clause, you have here the subject, the verb in past, and the complement. So you're going to change do and write if. Then the subject also is going to change, in this case, I, and the verb is going to be in past because here you have simple present. So he asked me if I like pizza. So in that way, you're going to change questions, right? That will be a question in simple present, right? Also, if you have information questions like WH word questions, the ones that start with which, how, where, etc., right? The WH questions, for example, this one, where are you going? Where are you going? How would you report that question? She asked me, don't forget this, ask, because that is a question. She asked me, you cannot say, she said, no, she asked me where. So here you need to use the WH word that you have in the question, right? Where I was going, right? So where are you going? Oh, she asked me where I was going. So you're going to use if only in the yes, no questions, right? And when you have the information questions like WH word questions, you're going to use the WH word that you have in the question. Also, the subject, you're going to change that. And if you notice, where, subject, you're going to switch the subject with the verb. So in that case, you're going to write first the subject, then the verb, in this case in past, right, and the complement. So she asked me where I was going, right? So don't forget that. Here you have more examples. They ask, when is the party? They asked me when the party was. Look at this one. Here you have this. Oh, well, the question. They ask when is the party. So if you want to report that, they ask me when the party was. So you have first WH word, then in this case the subject, or yeah, or you're talking the question, right? And then the verb. Here you have is. In the report one, you're going to have the simple past, right? So when is the party? When the party was. Reporting speech with modals. Will, can, and should change to would, could, and should when reported. Will is used to make statements about the future in English. In the reported speech, when you have will, you're going to change that will to would. If you have can, that will change to could. And if you have should, that will be should, right? For example, Kelly said, I will pick up the sandwiches. That is future, right? That is a mobile one. So Kelly said, I will pick up the sandwiches. If I want to report that question, that sentence, sorry, that would be Kelly said she would pick up the sandwiches. So in that case, you change will, right? And you write would. And then you are going to write she because you're reporting that Kelly, right? She's the one. Kelly said she would pick up the sandwiches. Okay, so don't forget this. Will, would. Can't, could. And show, should. Here you have more examples. Kathy asked, can you answer the phone while I'm out? That's a question, right? But here you're using the modal verb can't. That is a just no question. So if you want to report that one, Kathy asked me, don't forget the if. If I could answer the phone while she was out. So could because you use can here, right? And also answer the phone while she was out. You're going to use also the verb in the base form, so don't change that. George stayed. I will not do that. Oh, look at this one. I would not do that. You're using would in this one. So, you're not going to change that. George said. He, because you're talking about George, he would not do that, right? You're reporting that. You have here will, that will be would, right? In that case. Also here you have the, you can say the direct speech and the indirect speech. That will be like the reporter one. The indirect speech, that is the same as reporter speech, right? If you have the simple present, you're going to change the reporter speech in that case, or the reporter sentence, into simple past. For example, I am exhausted. He said, you can add that if you want, that he was exhausted, right? So here you have simple present, the verb to be. So you're going to change that tense into past. He was exhausted. So if you have in the direct speech, present simple or simple present, in the indirect speech, you're going to have, in this case, the simple past, right? What about this one? If you have present continuous, you're going to have in the reported speech the past continuous, right? So I'm studying. She told me that she was studying. If you have simple past, you're going to change that into past perfect. For example, I love the concert. You're going to change it to past perfect. He told me that he had loved the concert, right? So if you have simple past, you're going to change that into past perfect. And you know this, past perfect, right? If you have present perfect, you're going to change it into past perfect. I have never been to Rome. He said that she'd never been to Rome, right? If you have will, that will change to would. I will help you. That is the dearest speech. He said that he would help me, right? So in that case, you change to would, right? Will, would. If you have must, you're going to use had to. You must pay attention. She told me that I have to pay attention, right? Also, as I told you before, if you have the modal verb can, right, you're going to change it into could. You can say with me. She said that I could stay with her. Okay? If you have may, that is another modal verb, you know that one, right? You're going to change it into might. I may arrive late. He told me that he might arrive late, right? Could, might, and should. You're going to change it into could, might, and should, right? You don't need to change that one into the reported one. For example, I should have helped Tom. She said that she should help Tom, right? You're not going to change that, right? So don't forget this. Dear speech, simple present. Reported speech, simple past. Dear speech, present continuous, past continuous. Simple past, past perfect. Present perfect, past perfect. Will, would, must, had to, can, could, may, might. Could, might, and should, you're not going to change them, right? So could, might, and should, right? So I don't know if you have questions about this. Prepared speech. Simple present, you can say, I feel hungry. So the dear one, Sam said, I feel hungry. So you're going to change the simple present into simple past. So Sam said that he felt hungry. So you're going to change the tense in that case. So it says, write the sentences using the report speech. Here you have the dear speech. My kids are at home. So, her name is Kelly, right? We're going to write her name, Kelly. Okay. So, Kelly said that her kids were at home, right? What about the number 2? I can't go to work. You're going to say, Kelly said, right? That she, right? She. If you have can't, remember, you're going to use what? Could, right? So, Kelly said that she couldn't, right? Go to work. That would be, right? Kelly said that she couldn't go to work, right? So, I want you to change those sentences using the report speech, right? So try to remember also the chart and how are you going to change the tenses, right? You're going to have around, let's see, 4 minutes? No, 5 minutes for you to change those sentences into the report speech, okay? So, there you have then. Remember, if you have questions, just raise your hand and I will help you, okay? So, we're guys. Okay, let's check the answers. Jeffrey said, Kelly doesn't know the answer. But in that case, Jeffrey, if you have simple present, you should change it to simple past. So, Kelly, look, Kelly said that she didn't, right? That it could be she didn't know the answer. That would be that one. So Kelly said that she didn't know the answer. Okay? So, what about, thank you, Jeffrey. What about the number 4? Do you have it, Mr. Mario? I have some free time.
Kelly said
Kelly said that what? She excellent. Have some free time. Perfect, Mr. Mario. So Kelly said that she has some free time. Excellent. That's great. What about number 5, Jeffrey? I'm late for class. Which could be the answer for that one? I'm late for class.
Kelly
Kelly said
that
yes, that she
I'm
but that is in present. That she was. Remember that you need to change into simple past. Kelly said that she was, right? Late for class. That would be nice. 6. I want to eat lunch. I want to eat lunch. So, Kelly said, that she
I want.
In that case, Jeffrey, remember that is past. That she wanted to eat, yes, lunch. Perfect. So Kelly said that she wanted to eat lunch. Nice. That's good. Excellent. What about 7? I don't feel well, Mr. Mario Chavarria. I don't feel well. I don't feel well.
Kelly said
that she. Recuerden que si tenemos presente simple, lo vamos a cambiar a simple past o pasado simple. Entonces acá, didn't, yes. Kelly said that she didn't, right? Feel. Feel well, yes. That would be Mr. Mario. So Kelly said that she didn't feel well. Nice. What about 8? Some feels hungry. That's about some. Some feels hungry. In that case, Kelly said that who? Some, right? Felt hungry. That's different, right? Hungry. Oh. Hungry. Okay, that will be. So, Kelly said that some felt, in this case, hungry. Nice. What about 9? The pens are blue. The pens are blue. What do you think, Jeffrey? Pens are blue.
Kelly
Kelly said that the pens, in that case, the pens
are blue.
Are blue or were blue?
Are blue.
Were Remember that they have wear blue, right? Recuerden siempre. Presente simple, pasa simple past. Okay. And the last one. Thank you, Jeffrey. The last one, Mr. Mario. You're right. My God, you're right.
Kelly said.
Kelly said that. If there you have you. You're right. So that I was right. That is the report one. Kelly said that I was right. Okay? So remember this. If you have simple present, you're going to change that into the simple past. Don't forget that. Okay? So let's do the other one. Report speech, but in this case, questions. So if you have yes, no question, is it 2 o'clock, for example? There you're going to have this. Yes or no questions, right? Kathy, ask. Is it 2 o'clock? So, in the report speech, you're going to say, Kathy, ask if it was 2 o'clock. Recuerden cuando tenemos preguntas de sí y no, en este caso, vamos a utilizar if. Y siempre van a cambiar el tiempo. Si está en presente, va a cambiar a pasado. If you have a WH word question, what time is it? For example, Kathy asked, what time is it? So, Kathy asked what time it was, right? Cuando tengan una pregunta de WH word, van a utilizar siempre la WH word, el sujeto, ¿verdad? Y el verbo al final, ya sin signo de interrogación, ¿verdad? So, Kathy asked what time it was. Como está en presente simple, cambia a pasado, ¿ok? Let's do the first one. Is the meeting at 3? She's Maggie. I'm going to write the name. Maggie, right? So, Maggie asked. And don't forget this, ask. You're not going to say said. Ask. Because that is a question. So, Maggie asked if the meeting was at 3. Right? So that is a yes, no question. That's why you're going to use if here, right? What about the number 2? There you have. Are they here? Maggie ask, right? Or ask me. You can say ask me if you want. Ask me if they in this case are not. If they were here. Also, if you want to, you can say there instead of here, right? So, Maggie asked me if they were here or if they were there, right? So, read those questions and change them into the report speech. 5 minutes, okay? Work on them, guys. Don't forget to raise your hand if you have questions. 5 minutes, work. Okay, let's check the answers. What do you think about the number 3? Who is she? Ask. You can say ask me. Who
Is.
Who she? Who she was, right? So Maggie asked me who she was. Right here you have she. Nice? Okay. Let's see the number 4. What's his name? What's his name? Maggie's name was. Right? Remember, this is a WH word question, so Maggie asked me what his name was. Right? Okay. What about number 5? Are you okay? That would be just a yes no question. So, which could be this one? Jeffrey? Maggie asked me. Okay. Remember, that is a yes no question. So, if I was okay. So Maggie asked me if I was okay. Okay, so that would be that one. Because that is a yes, no question. Okay. Maggie, what?
Yes.
Ask me, can you drive? Maggie asked me if, right? I could drive. That would be Maggie asked me if I could drive. Okay? Because that is a yes no questioning. Here you have can, and remember that can't, you're going to have could in the report speech. 7. Where is Tom? Where is Tom? Jeffrey, which could be that one? Where is Tom?
Maggie.
Ask me. Yes. Where
Was.
Where Tom was. Where Tom was. Yes. So Maggie asked me where Tom was. Excellent. 8. Does Mary work? That's a yes no question. Does Mary work? So Maggie asked me if what? No. Yeah, that would be does Mary work? Oh. Ask me if Mary, if Mary, yes, work. That would be. So, Maggie asked me if Mary worked. Okay, that would be nice. 9. Am I late? Oh, that's a yes no question also. Am I late? So, Maggie, what? Ask me if Mr. Mario, she was late. Maggie asked me if she was late. Okay, that will be 10. Do they like Toronto? Do they like Toronto? Maggie asked me, right? If, that would be if they liked Toronto, right? Toronto, that would be. So Maggie asked me if they like Toronto. Okay, that would be. I don't know if you have question. Don't forget this. If you have a yes, no question, you're going to use if. If you have a WH word question, you're going to use the same WH word. And also, If you have simple present, you're going to change into simple past. Okay? I don't know if you have questions. Do you have questions, Mr. Mario? Jeffrey? No?
No, teacher.
No questions. Okay. So, after the class or maybe tomorrow morning, you're going to find out the first evaluation about Module 3. So please try to study. That will be about the third conditional. So go, and if you want, you can watch the video again. And no se olviden de realizar la evaluación después de clase o mañana por la mañana. Van a encontrar la primera evaluación del módulo 3. Ya les dije que no voy a estarles avisando, miren, he hecho la evaluación, le falta la evaluación. Si usted se queda sin evaluación, sorry. Tell me, Jeffrey. Dime.
Teacher,
Yes.
pero que faltan clases.
¿Faltan clases? Sí, de terminar el curso, sí. Nosotros terminamos hasta finales de noviembre. No es como en la escuela que ustedes ya están a punto de salir, ¿verdad? ¿Ya terminaste la escuela, Jeffrey? ¿No?
No, teacher.
Ah,
Ya casi.
ya casi, ajá. Pero las clases de inglés no. Van a seguir hasta finales de noviembre. A finales de noviembre ustedes terminan y hasta el siguiente año. Pero todavía hay clases, así que recuerden, incluso estamos en el módulo 3, aún nos falta uno, así que aún hay más clases, Jeffrey, hasta noviembre.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, nice. That's good. So, if you don't have questions, let's finish the class right now because I guess you need to do something else, right? And I need some minutes also. So, guys, have a nice week. Take care a lot. Study the third conditional, do the evaluation, and practice a lot. So, bye-bye, guys. Take care.
Oh, no, day, teacher.
Thank you,
Bye,
Mr.
teacher.
Mario. Take care. Bye, Jeffrey. See you. Study the third conditional because you're going to have the first evaluation about that.